Last night was shaking and pretty loud. My cat is purring and scratches my skin. So what is wrong with another sin?
The bitch is hungry, she needs to tear. So give her inches and feed her well. More things to come, you places to go. I've got to leave it and time for a show.
My body's burning, it starts to shout. Desire is coming, it breaks out loud. Lust is in cages till storm breaks loose. Just have to make it with someone I choose.
The night is calling, I have to go. The wolf is hungry, he runs the show. He's licking his lips, he's ready to win. On the hunt tonight for love and for sting. Here I am, rock you like a hurricane. Are you ready, baby? Here I am, rock you like a hurricane.
After a series of phone calls over the past month, Ian and his team meet the buyer, Tony, and Jefferson Beach's lead tech, Court, for the very first time.
How you doing?
Oh, you're welcome. It was a hellacious trip. And it's still not over.
Yeah.
Still not over.
My job on this trip.
Oh, yeah.
So here's where we're at today.
Yeah.
Because of the height, I know. I just learned that you can lift this a little bit.
Not much.
Not much. So the suggestion, and not the supervisor here, but the top guy
Right.
I was on the phone with.
Yeah.
This center bay.
Okay.
And because of the
back
ramp
into
and
it.
the height coming in and out, the easiest would be to back it into the
Yeah,
center bay.
we can get in there.
Back into the
Yeah.
center bay. That's the plan.
Yeah.
So you could get prepared and strap and
Yeah.
bitch up to put it
All right.
back in there.
By the way, we
This is for your video?
Yeah.
Excuse my language.
We documented the whole trip,
Awesome.
all the way across
I
the
can't wait to
country.
see it.
Beautiful.
So, yeah.
How long did the shrink lab last?
Iowa. Are you Court?
Yeah, nice to meet you.
Nice
Yeah.
to meet you
Yeah.
in person. Yeah. So
Great work.
well, thank you.
Yeah.
Still got 150
Yeah.
some miles. In.
Hopefully that's the easy part.
I don't know. All right, so we're gonna start it up. We'll get it aired up,
Yep.
and then when we're ready, I'll have these guys help me. And so we're gonna put the trailer tires along the back edge of the. Are we gonna go past it, or
No, I think
is it the middle one or that
the
one?
middle one.
Okay.
All the other ones I think are too high.
Okay. All right.
But we can probably start backing up now, and then they'll let us know.
Okay. All right. We can do it.
Time to get the truck fired up and backed into the inspection area to get this process started.
Good morning. So we are at the California Aquatic Invasive Species Check Station. So since this thing came from the Great Lakes, even though it was only there for 10 days, these guys over here need to check it for zebra mussels. So what you're going to see is an exercise in futility, but hey, it's the state of California. So we're getting it aired up, we're going to back over, and then you'll see what they do from there. So
I bet you these people are pissed they got away.
buy a bigger boat.
That's right.
Tony is as excited as a kid on Christmas morning. With Tom and Cross guiding, Ian backs the truck into the giant catch tray. 180-degree water will be run through the boat's engines and systems and will be caught in the tray and disposed of.
That's good. That's good. Yeah. Nice job.
Cool. All yours.
There we go.
Here, I'll let Jocko explain the process.
All right, gentlemen, tell us what you need.
Cool, yeah. So what we do for the inspection is we're just gonna need to board the vessel.
Yep.
We're gonna search kind of look in all the systems, just looking for plants, animals, mud, water.
Sure.
We're just trying to stop the spread of invasive species, zebra mussels, quagga mussels, mud snails, plants, stopping the spread into Lake Tahoe. So we're going to look outside the hole, look in the intakes.
Okay.
And yeah, I think we're planning to break it down into, we'll start with the inspection, and then we'll kind of make a plan to hit all the systems that we need to. And then, I think we'll finish off with, because it was in Lake Michigan, correct?
Yep.
Okay, so we'll finish.
Just freshwater,
Yeah, we'll finish off with high pressure of the hull.
Okay.
Clean. But yeah, Lake Michigan does have zebra mussels,
Sure.
so we want to just make sure to double check and be very thorough with our inspection. Might take a little while, but
Sure.
we'll for sure get you through and get it going.
Okay, perfect.
And yeah, Gus over here can explain a little bit more. To you.
Yeah. Sorry, we can't allow filming without the TRPA's okay.
Is that just you on camera then? I'm filming these guys. Is that okay?
So we're at our check. We got told we can't film, even though we are in public land, in public area, not owned by any agency or anyone. So typical California. I think they're kind of scared of that. They know that this check's kind of a waste of time, but so we got told we can't film. So just kind of see how it goes.
Since we couldn't film the process, here's some of what you missed. First, remember the boys having the discussion in Iowa about the keys to the cabin?
Can't hear where the keys were. We would have just put it inside the goddamn cabin like Petey.
Yeah, I bet he has them, or the dealership does, because I couldn't find them.
It turns out the technicians didn't have them either. So Court and Jeremy had to manually slide the roof panel and drop into the boat to unlock the cabin door before the inspection could start. To get started, systems that had through hulls positioned over the catch tray were flushed thoroughly. However, since the boat was so long, many of the remaining systems weren't over the tray, and the inspectors soon told Ian he would have to back the trailer further for the engine exhaust water to be captured. And when he did as instructed, the rear lip of the metal catch tray ripped a plug right out of the bottom of one of the trailer's air tanks. For the second time in 2 days, the big boat wasn't going anywhere until an air leak was fixed. While Ian asked the California representatives where to send the invoice for the new air tank, Court took the initiative to see if it could be repaired.
I don't want to damage the thread, so I think I gotta go back to the hardware store. I saw they had some little keyhole saws. I can split it and then tap it out with a chisel.
Court was able to plug most of the air leak, and after 4 hours, the boat was pronounced clean. The last part of the long journey was ready to begin.
They're running us west, close to the California line, then down, then back over to 88, and then 88 in. Instead of straight down 88.
So those other numbers you said were north of 88.
Yes,
all those.
But we're going to go check them and see if there's really something there.
At 88?
Yes.
Once you're at 88, you're at 88. There's no way out. There's,
No, but that's on the north of.
I just drove it yesterday.
I know.
There's nothing there.
I know.
580 all the way, boom, straight to 88.
Right. And that's probably what we're going to do.
I don't know about bridges and stuff like that.
Well, we're going to check. Is there bridges down there?
Not that I remember.
Yeah.
It's not an issue.
We're going to go check.
Yeah.
We'll make sure before we.
All right.
We're this close.
Good.
You better go get your sticker so you can put it in the water. That was Tony, our owner. We're just about ready to leave the California Invasive Species Check Station. We've been here since 8:30 Pacific Standard Time. I think it's, what time is it now? Maybe going on 12?
You're all fixed up, but you're still leaking air a little bit, but you should be good to go.
12:30.
12:30. Back on.
Yeah.
And if you want me to, I can lower the trailer.
So we've been here for 4 hours. They didn't find anything. They broke our trailer when we had to back onto the catch tray that catches all the contaminated water coming out of the boat. We'll show you that in just a second. But so now we have to go back up north, back into Nevada, around Reno, down to Carson City, and then back into California on the south side of Lake Tahoe. So that was Tony, our owner. He's really excited, but we still have about 4 hours of travel today to finish this thing out. So that's what we're gonna do now. Wish us luck.
He needs my truck moved.
can you move for me? I gotta go hit the head before we go.
It's been a long trucking day. Well, Lord knows I'm dog tired. It's been a long trucking day. Lord, I'm fit to be tied. Everything that could go wrong, didn't even think about going right. It's been a long trucking day. Started out at 3 a.m. It's been a long trucking day. Whew, you should see the shape I'm in. They got me waiting here at the dock on the word from the man. I am a victim of old Murphy's Law. If anything can happen, then it will. And at the worst possible time, it all comes to a crawl. The truck driver's nightmare standing still. It's been a long trucking day, and a new one starts in a little while. It's been a long trucking day. Every foot feels like a mile. But it ain't no use complaining. No complaining ain't my style. No, it ain't. Get boy. Oh, down, down.
Yep, you're looking good. Keep coming. All right, bring it to the passenger side a little harder.
Mission accomplished. Hell of a job, boys. Hell of a job.
Amazing, buddy.
After parking and taking a big, deep breath, Ian gets to meet Ron Silva for the very first time.
Yeah, we have a tractor repairman right
here. Yeah, exactly. He's pretty sharp.
So, you didn't come over any mountains coming in here today, right? Just smaller stuff?
Did.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah.
Because I was driving up.
10% grade, 10% down.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Go smell my brakes.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, it's the only way in, I guess. I guess 50 has a tunnel, but we can't fit in there. Yeah. So, yeah. I'd like to see we'll check the tunnel out complete going out. But
are you going home empty?
we're going to Missouri.
Okay.
and then we're getting a 50 Canius in Missouri.
Okay.
So, and then you guys are putting us to work for the rest of the summer.
Yeah, I hear.
Valhalla, Super Hawk.
Yeah.
48 Nevada.
Yeah.
What else? Anything else?
I don't know. Do we get a bulk discount deal?
No. But you get really good service.
That's right.
All right, we are here at Tahoe Keys Marina, South Lake Tahoe, California. We just arrived with the 55 Sunseeker. It is in great shape, other than it's a little bit dirty. It was a hell of a trip. Fought us all the way. Well, the boat didn't, but the government did. The permit service did. So anyway, really proud of this team. Total team effort. Great job by Tom up front, Cross at the back. A lot of unexpected things thrown at us, but you know, hockey players learn how to change on the fly, so which means you change while the game is still in motion, and that's exactly what we do. So anyway, we're exhausted, gonna go get a good meal, and tomorrow we'll get this thing unloaded and you'll get to see that. So until then. It's a true 16.3.
That's 16 on the nose right there.
That's 16.3 by the trucker.
We could probably dump a little bit of air.
But still, this boat's gonna be higher than this when I put shaft and frost on it. So, it might hit that crossbar.
Whew! It's here.
Feels good?
Feels good. Feels like we accomplished something.
Yeah.
Yeah. One clusterfuck after the next.
You're gonna be the star of our video.
I want to go to Iowa and go through the Field of Dreams.
All right.
Immediately, Court and Jeremy start the recommissioning of the boat, not wasting any daylight.
Where's the keys to the door? There's a knife in here.
Learned my lesson.
You learned your lesson on that one?
It's a nice technique.
Saves the back.
It'll be so satisfying.
Now, pay close attention to this discussion between Court, Tony, and the marina manager.
And you're saying your exact travel lifted that, right?
No, a different yard over there. No, I was saying I worked at a yard with this exact travel previously, so I'm familiar with that.
That's an empty.
Yep, she's cute. Hey, sometimes the older stuff that works better than newer stuff.
Alright.
So if it's go, it's more than the flip of a coin. You're saying you're
I wouldn't do it if it's a flip of a coin.
All right.
I'm not going to risk anything for a flip of a coin.
All right.
I did some extensive research on the lift in this weight, and you told me it went downgraded to 24 or 25.
I think we're at 24 now, Chuck.
24.
Yeah, what's 26?
Okay, well, the boat is at 23 tons and change. Yeah. So 46,200 pounds is 23 tons, 400 pounds. So it's under the 24 ton. Just doing the math.
No, I know. I'm smiling because we're real close.
I know it's close. I'm smiling too.
You've operated these before?
This haul-out machines?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just start creaking and, you know.
Usually the engine's the first one to tell you he doesn't want to lift it.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So I think that's what we're gonna do. I mean, we'll start off with getting the slings on, getting the travel lift on there. If this thing buckles, we're not gonna do it. We'll try it.
Well, we don't have to lift it too high.
Yeah.
No, just long enough, just big enough for that truck to get out of there.
Yeah, you don't have to go that far.
So
well, a
if
little
it,
higher to
if
clear
it
those wheel wells
buckles or
back
shuts
there.
off on us,
Well, the problem with that is, I need to get it to there where it can be craned in.
Yeah, we could do that.
So you'll help me moving on the travel lift to put it over the sides, but not put it in the weight cab?
Oh, no. We would have to keep it on that trailer. That trailer, we would have to move the whole thing. If this travel lift buckles as we're lifting that, I'm putting it right back down.
Well, it buckled when I put the 72 on it.
Yeah.
A little bit. It creaked. Or buckled.
Well, the front toes in.
Yeah, and that's
That's standard, normal.
when you got a lot of weight. It's only got one crossbar.
And
So-
you have extra straps, I'm told.
Yep, and we're
Which
gonna
could
put those.
defer the weight, just my engineering coming into play
Yeah.
now. To distribute the weight
It will help.
a little bit,
Yep.
this and that, to top of the reverse.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Yep.
So we can arrange to have the extra straps here tomorrow morning.
Yes.
Now, if they would assist your concerns, correct me if I'm wrong.
No, you're right. But I'm saying, if anything were to happen and it just seems like it's not going to work, we're going to call it. I mean, that's just the way that it goes. I mean, if this thing is struggling beyond belief, even with 4 straps, we're not going to do it. I just want you to be aware. We're going to try it. We're
Yeah.
going to do it. If we could do it, we're going to do it. No doubt about it. But if anything does happen, we're
But we're
calling
not
it.
going to do it
All
with
I
2
know
straps.
is, I put, that's a 55-foot boat. I had a 72
Yes.
flybridge boat. I don't know how much weight. It was a shitload more than this one.
Well, and there was a reason
and-
why the last company got shut down. You know what I'm saying?
Wasn't
If we do it
Steve
by the last
Pascal,
company,
wasn't Steve Pascal's boat as big when we lifted it?
What was Bob Hassett's boat recently?
Bob Hassett got a crane.
He did a crane. What was the weight on
In and
that?
out.
Serenity.
I don't know. Do you remember the weight on the Serenity?
That big sailboat?
No,
Oh, the
Serenity.
Serenity, yeah, 32 tons.
Because that's bigger than mine. That's 32. That's way over this limit that you qualify for.
Yeah.
This is a 20.
No, and I'm saying we're gonna try. But I'm saying if worst comes to worst, I mean, then we'll have to get the crane.
We can tell by the first foot.
Yeah.
So, after
I just
that,
want you to be aware of it. We're gonna try it. We're
can
gonna
we
go for it.
Remember her statement.
Gordy just got into my
Thanks,
container
guys.
and they
Yep, no
last
problem.
six no bake cookies and they're cocoa, they're chocolate, so you might want to keep an eye on it.
I thought you got rid of this stuff.
Or everything but the container.
there was a container.
Container had a lid on it. He opened the lid and everything.
Why don't you just leave it in the truck?
But I don't know about the chocolate, so
Was it milk chocolate?
it's cocoa. Made with cocoa and peanut butter.
He's fine. I'll just do it live. Or concentrate. One or two.
Well, I'm shitting in the truck.
Well, you gotta drive it, so.
Just getting back to the room.
Apparently, Gordy has already started to celebrate a job well done by breaking into Tom's cookies. Look sharp, boys. Tony's girlfriend, Admiral Sue, is on the scene.
You're the captain, but she's the admiral.
Ah, you got promoted. She thought she was going to be the first mate.
I know how this works.
Admiral Sue. Couldn't have done it without you boys.
Thank you.
You rock, man. Appreciate it. You rock.
Thank you.
Okay, so yeah, what do you feel? What kind of food?
Time to get down to cases. A big celebration dinner and some pops are in order.
Steak, anything.
A nice
It doesn't
restaurant,
matter.
a nice restaurant or just a casual?
No, we're going.
This you can wear this in any restaurant and talk.
Oh, okay. All right,
You're
all right.
okay.
We didn't know
I would say.
Good food.
What do you think?
If you were going to go eat, where would you go?
I just go to the local bar.
Well, that's good. Yeah. That's what we eat local.
Yeah, and they have a steak. It's just like a little pub kind of thing.
Yeah.
Or do you want to do something more fancy
No,
and nice?
no.
Little pub, really close and easy. Out Talkies Boulevard where you came in.
Yeah.
Turn right.
Right.
2 buildings turn left. It's called Steamers.
Steamers.
Oh, that's
Okay. I seen a sign for
Steamers.
that.
It's just
we
a
came in.
local pub.
Okay. Cool.
All local.
Actually got it on
people and
video.
Some,
Yeah.
guests and stuff. And it's real cash.
Okay.
Nice bar, full bar.
Okay.
They got a really nice menu, and they do have a steak. I don't know what they got on.
No, it doesn't matter.
It's,
That sounds good.
Yeah, it's just right there and easy.
Okay.
Cool. Perfect.
And then tomorrow we'll do a 7, and
Yeah.
They're crying about this and that. They're going, well, it's below the weight, it's below the height, it's below the width. I've done this with bigger ones, so anyway, he wouldn't do
The same lift?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did a 72, 1610.
Yeah.
Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I know. This will be after the fact.
Do I get commission for being part of supporting cast?
We'll give you $1 and you got to sign a waiver.
Supporting cast? I'd like to see let me show you the Admiral. There's the Admiral. Admiral Sue. Love of my life. There she is. So yeah, 7 tomorrow.
Okay.
And I'm crying about looking at it. At first they said it was too tall, and I said, well, that's 20 and that's 16.3.
Right. Yeah.
And it might go up a little bit when they put the shafts and motors on, but that's 4 feet almost to play with, so that's an issue.
Well, it depends. Which end are they going to put the crossbar at?
The crossbar is going to go with on the back end because of the weight.
Okay.
Yes, sir. So they're going to move that thing out. And then your exhaust is not.
No, it's not even close.
Yeah, so they'll run the travel lift over your thing, and it's like 18 wide. So it'll go over the back.
Yeah.
And then
Did you do that whole
they'll do a spin move on that travel lift. So when they put it on here, the crossbar will be on the back with the weight. They're going to add 2 more straps.
Yeah.
And they're going to lift it and make sure the lift doesn't fry.
Right.
And then if everything's good, you pull out and park on the street and go to my house, get the keys to the Malibu, and go explore the car.
Okay. All right, we'll take you up on that.
That's it. It's ready to go.
Yeah.
Cool. Get you set up tomorrow morning, get it going, and then you got more video.
Yeah,
absolutely.
The best video of the whole
I agree.
was when you were on Lake Tahoe.
Yeah.
This is what we do for a living. Thank you, boys.
Thank you. Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All of you.
Ron, thank you.
We'll see you in the morning.
It's insanity. I'm just dragging my feet. How can bad things happen to people like me? Never claimed to be a saint, just drifting with the waves. In a flash comes a pain, I'm ahead of the game. Yeah, out the pain, I carry the weight. Out the shame, I carry the weight. You can bend me, but I'll never break. Out the pain, I carry the weight. Never play the safe, I carry the weight. Never felt this test of faith. Burning all my bridges down. Now I'm tethered to the ground. Burning all my bridges down. This test of faith is worn me out.